What's poppin', and welcome back to another episode of Fletcher the Fisherman, guys. Today we got Kicking Their Catfish
TV coming back at you.
Coming at you live.
Big cats yesterday, and we're excited to go catch some bass. Our plan yesterday was to catch bass, but on the second cast we ended up hooking a big cat. But today, hopefully we're gonna get like an 8 to 10 pound bass, man. What do you think? 8 to 10 pounder?
I hope so.
Listen, at the beginning of yesterday's video, you were talking about it. We're like, are we going catfishing today? And we're like joking around, and then it actually happened. So we're gonna catch a 10 pound bass.
That's the plan. That's the plan. But we're actually going out and fishing the same area that I caught my biggest bass that I've caught this year. On a turtle, soft plastic turtle. I caught like an 8.5 pounder, which is crazy. That's the biggest bass I've caught in quite some time. That was back in the spring. So we're gonna be fishing that same general area, which I'm excited to fish. I haven't fished it in a hot minute, so I'm excited to get out there and see what's biting. But we're just gonna kind of work our way out of this cove right here and see what we can find out that way. But let's go ahead and hop in the boat and let me show y'all exactly what we're working with today. So here are our rods of choice today. We got our first option, just a little bottom bait, just a little Texas rig Cinco on a 1/4 ounce bullet weight. Then we're gonna work towards our moving bait today. The fish have been holding off a little bit. They're not quite on the flat, so we're gonna be throwing this little crankbait right here. This one, I believe, dives like 10 to 7, something like that, 10 to 8. So we're gonna be throwing that a little bit, and then I have a little topwater option as well, just a little walking bait for some flats if we do find some fish up on them. Also might throw on a chatterbait or another moving bait like a lipless at some point in the video if I'm not getting the job done with this thing. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be throwing this crank first, and we're just gonna be covering water until we find something. Big ones have definitely favored this part of the lake for some reason.
That's where we caught.
We've caught
Literally
consistently.
Yeah.
Our biggest fish we've caught them in the other areas too, but this has definitely been the most consistent area for producing mondos. What you want to try to fish? You want to try to go that way? You want to try to go this way?
Sure got time.
I think our most promising spot's gonna be over there. I think around the bridge could be good, kind of where that little flat is.
And then around that other bend out there could be good with the crankbait.
Yeah, but I think our most promising spot's gonna be out here in the middle. You got one?
I think we should fish around here for a second.
All right, I'm about it. Ooh, hammered. Hammered. That feels like a better fish right there, Noah. I can't tell how big it is, but he hammered the dog piss out of it. I think he's hooked sideways a little bit. Oh yeah, he's hooked on the bottom. He's not as big as I thought he was. I got him foul hooked. He was just coming in sideways. Good gosh. So what's basically happening here, guys, is these fish are starting to push up on some bait. We saw some fish pushed up on the flat over there, and there's another little flat right here that goes into this pocket. And what I figured these fish might have done is kind of push some bait over the top of that flat, which ends right about here, and then drops back off into this pocket. And I think they just have it kind of trapped in here because they've pushed it up over the top of that flat. So we're gonna kind of just throw a bunch of cranks around here in this pocket and see if we can't pull some more fish off of. But as soon as we got over the edge of that flat, me and Noah just both got hooked up super fast. So that is a great sign. We're just gonna keep chucking and winding, really just trying to burn these things as fast as we can and get a nice reaction strike. But that's my first one of the day. Saw a little chunky guy. Woo! Ferocious too.
Fire him up.
Oh, there's one.
There you go.
There. That feels like a decent one. He's shaking his head like crazy. I can feel those head shakes. So. Oh yeah. Big one. Net. Oh. gosh. I got it. We're good. We're good. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Get in the net. Oh! No! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's a giant. That's a pretty good fish.
Dude.
Oh my god, dude. That's a big fish.
That's a big one.
I thought he was a lot bigger than he actually is, but that is a big fish.
Oh, that is a monster there, guys. Oh my gosh, hold on, I'm gonna take us off this spot. I wanna keep throwing back in here because I think there's gonna be more fish stacked. Yes.
That's a big fish.
That is I have felt those head shakes, dude. I was like, as soon as I felt those, I was like, I knew that was a big fish, but he just wasn't fighting ultra hard.
When I saw him, dude, he looks, he's big.
No.
That's what, a 7-pounder?
Probably very
7-pounder?
high 6 at the least.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna get him on the scale in a second.
That's a 7-pounder.
I just want to get us off that spot while we do what we need to do with this guy.
Yeah, when you hook set, I was like, that's a big one.
Dude, I felt those. He wasn't fighting super hard. He came up and I just felt those really wide head shakes. I was like, oh, that one's got some size. That one's at least 5.
When I saw him in the water, I seriously thought he was a 9. Like the length of him just made him, you know what I mean? It just,
oh yeah.
It just looked like a 9. That's why I was like, that's your PB, dude. That's a dude.
Well, guys, this is what we came out here for today. Monster bass. And like I said, guys, we think they just had that bait pushed over the top of that flat and back in that pocket. And that is looking like I'm spot on the money with what I thought right there. Oh, how's it going? A big one. But guys, literally, this is the same area. I caught my giant one back in the spring. I think this is probably my second big.
You literally caught it right there.
Literally right here, that like 8.5 pounder. This one's probably very close to 7. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this off of him here right quick so we can weigh him and get him back in the water. Oh,
that's a good one.
That's a monster. Woo! Let me go ahead and put this sucker on the scale right quick. Jeez Louise, man.
That's a
zeroed out.
It's gotta be a high 6. Might be 7, bro.
604.
604, really?
604. I'll let y'all see.
6 pounds, 4 ounce, 6 1/4.
6 1/4. I thought she was closer to 7. I'm gonna weigh her one more time. I'm gonna weigh her one more time just to make sure, because we weren't sure with Noah's big catfish the other day. I'm just gonna make sure she's.
I have to retire this.
604, that's what she weighs. But that's a really good fish, guys. I mean, that's exactly what we came out here for today, just to catch a monster fish. And I'm excited to get my bait back in the water because I have a good feeling this might not be the last, but that is a great fish. It's time to get her back in. I've had her out of the water for a minute just to get a few pictures, but I'm gonna make sure I take my time with her and revive her properly. And if y'all didn't know, you can actually keep bass out longer than you think. Most people think, like, you'll get a common misconception is that it's like us holding our breath underwater. It's not the same. There's actually been like a few studies done that bass can be fine as long as they're properly like acclimated back into the water. You can hold them out as long as like 10 or 15 minutes and they'd be completely fine. Yeah, no, if you look it up, feel free to
I'll have to go look it.
Do the research if you want, but definitely would recommend just getting them in as fast as you can. I mean, I try to keep it under 5 minutes.
Especially if they're hooked weird.
Yeah, especially
that'd be the one thing, yeah.
No, absolutely. So definitely make sure you do your due diligence and get them back as fast as possible.
Back on that thing, man.
But this girl, I think she's about ready to go back in.
I know there's a couple more.
She crushed that thing, man. Let's let her go ahead and swim on back. Let's go.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yes, man, yes. Oh, I've been waiting for that bite.
You needed that.
I've been needing that bad. I've been catching a handful of 4s and like some that are just touching 5, but I haven't had a nice 6+ in a while. And that one broke that 6-pound range, so I'm super pumped.
Let's go catch another one, man.
Let's do it, baby. So guys, that fish actually broke my back treble hook right there. He snapped off one of my trebles, so I'm gonna hop into my little terminal tackle box here really quick and get myself another treble hook because it seems like there's quite a few fish up in here, hopefully another giant. I want to make sure I have the best chance of hooking them and keeping them on if I do get a bite from one.
Ooh, flat. Look at this, dude.
Oh yeah. We're in the right spot. You're most definitely in the right spot. Well, we're rigged back up and we're back in action. It's time to get back over here and start doing some more cranking. Like I said, guys, we're just casting that thing out there and winding it as fast as we can and pausing it every now and then. These fish are just chasing, and I think I might need to retie as well. That line's kind of a little frayed right there. That's going to be my best bet. So let me go ahead and do that before I actually take another cast. All right, finally time to get back to the action. Whew. I got goosebumps right now. That was so exciting. We'll move back a little farther in here. Ooh, God, I just got hammered. Dang.
Slap it sideways.
Slap it sideways, yeah. Knocked it off track. Same spot out in that middle area. Ooh, is that a fish? Oh yeah, it is fish. It is a tiny one. There we go, bud. I was like, I thought it was a bite at first, and then I was second guess myself just because it didn't really feel like much, and that's why. A tiny little guy catch a giant and then a micro. It's typically how things go. This little dude is literally bait for that last fish that I caught. Thanks for the bite though. So it's actually the next day now, guys. We got rained out shortly after I caught that last fish, but I wanted to come back out here to the same area that we were fishing at yesterday, where we caught that really nice one, and throw around from the bank and see if I can't pick up anything that way. Just want to see if there's anything else hanging out in this area. There definitely should be some more fish lurking around. No luck on the crank. I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears to our little soft plastic. There we go, got one. First cast, let's go on the soft plastic, but I'm probably gonna have to move spots here because the lawnmower's coming here behind me to mow this big patch of grass, so it's about to get really loud. But that is a nice little one to start today off. Thanks for the munch, bud. Absolutely crushed that thing. I mean, I'm gonna need some tools to get that sucker out of there. Got that out, I swear. Literally every time I'm about to film, guys, some kind of loud noise starts going. I apologize for the lawnmower sounds. I'm moving spots right now. Much better. No more lawnmowers, I swear. Guys, I know I just said it, but I am not kidding. Every single time I go to like film something, whether it's just like a sit down video, start talking to the camera, or I catch a fish, there's literally no sound before the second I start to talk. Some kind of lawnmower, leaf blower, construction sound just seems to start up the second I want to talk. It is so frustrating, but we are now to a new area. It doesn't seem like there's any lawnmowers, leaf blowers, airplanes in sight, but I promise you, the second I catch a fish, just wait for it. There's gonna be a loud noise. So I don't know what it is yet, but it's gonna be something. Ooh. Oh, that's a snag. Dang. I was about to say, did I just hook up with a Mondo first cast? Hopefully I can get that out. That took all but 2 seconds to get snagged. Crap. I'm gonna try to walk this thing out. This is the only problem when you're fishing from the bank, guys. Talked about it before. I usually try to stick away from crankbaits if I can, because of this problem right here. If you get stuck, there's just really no easy way to get it back when you're on the bank. Oh, come on. There we go. We're off, thank goodness. Let's try that again. There's a little rock right here. I want to see if there's anything up on it. And we snagged again. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's literally just a big old piece of concrete or something. Okay, it came off. But I'll say, how the heck did it get snagged on that? Another lawnmower came in hot, moving spots again. Got one. Got one up underneath that bridge. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one, guys. It's a good one. Oh, come here. Come here, bud. Come here, bud. Stay down, stay down, stay down. That is a good fish, guys. That is a good fish. Let's get him up here on the bank. Oh, he popped off. He popped off. No, 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 no. Calm down, calm down. Oh, yes. That is a solid one. Let's go throw this one on the scale really quick. Oh, yeah, baby. Crush that little worm right there. Man, these fish are loving the stick bait today, I guess, but I'm thinking this fish is definitely in that mid 3-pound range. Zero the scale. Let's see what this sucker weighs. 3.8, 3.7, 3.5 pounder, basically on the dot right there. That is a nice little fish. I cannot be more stoked to get that little guy this morning. This dude was right where he's supposed to be. This wind is kind of blowing back into this pocket back here, and this is a really shallow flat. These bait fish are gonna start getting pushed up here with these fall conditions, and this guy was just sitting waiting on this bridge for them to come by. That is a great little bass. Let me go ahead and let him go right back on in here. He's probably gonna dart off. Yeah, there she goes. Thanks for the munch. And on that note, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and if you want to go the extra mile, hit that little bell notification as well. But as always, bassing is a passion. Peace.